So this morning, the web portal was updated in our hosted environment. So everyone that is a hosted customer now has the Winter 18 release of our latest and greatest software. And that basically encompasses a whole lot of changes that we spoke of yesterday, or things like the OpenShift items we went over, the reminder service, all those good things are all rolled in there. There'll be a KBA, as we remember what KBA is, coming out on Monday, and that'll give a little more detail about some of the items and probably some good links. So that happened this morning. What I do is I have up on the screen what your login should look like. We actually had one client and one customer yesterday say, this doesn't look like my web. And they actually had on their desktops a link to their old website. So if it doesn't look something like that, something's wrong. And just stop by one of our folks and let them know, and we'll get you squared away for all of you hosted folks. If you're a self-hosted client, give us a call on Monday and we can work with you about getting you into winter release. But obviously, being a hosted client really helps you out a lot. So key thing that you really need to do, though, is when you get back to your offices or whatever, maybe Monday, set up your reminder service. I think it's going to really help you out. And the only thing you have to do that is go into your company settings. You'll see the new tab for reminders, and just turn on what you want to turn on. And that activates it for all of your employees, okay, all of your employees. The reminder items only come through items that are created via the web portal. Keep that in mind. So if I'm requesting time off in Schedule app, that's not going to kick off a reminder. If I create a time off entry from the web portal, you're good to go. So you really have to, I know we push that web portal thing constantly, but there's good reasons for it. And as a reminder, your employees can opt out of getting certain items if they have access to the employee profile screen for themselves. That's your setup employees. Most of the time they don't, but if you ever had to manage it on an employee by employee basis, that's an opt-out component there. Okay. Actually, just touching base on our release, I'm going to have Don bring up on the screen a change log. I want to talk real quick just so you realize the value of the hosted web environment. What we have is over the past 52 weeks, basically a year's time, we've actually published more than 72 updates to the web portal. When I say published, that means new web portals. So we've pushed out the web portal over 72 times, including a lot of these items here. So Don will just kind of scroll through, and you'll see there's hundreds and hundreds of changes. And this document is available to everybody. I'm going to give you the web link where that is. But now we have been for the past year and a half. We have a running change log. We have a web page where you can go see what all the changes are. And that's available to you 24/7, 365. You never have to call us and say, oh, well, what changes were in this release? Okay? It's always out there. So we've republished the web page, like I said, over 70 times in the last year. So that's more than once a week. The advantage there is, as you can tell, we're always growing the web portal rapidly. Schedule app, 4 times a year maybe. Okay, so there's a huge advantage there. We're adding new functionality. We are obviously making bug fixes. They do happen. That's part of the fast-paced environment we live in. The nice thing about the quick turnaround on the web pages or the web portal being updated is we may have a client that finds a bug. Maybe Eric in Cherry Hill. He's pretty good at finding little items here and there. We may get them updated in 2 days. And the nice part about it is because we're constantly pushing out these updates, the other 115 people in this room never even knew the bug existed, right? Because we're rapidly trying to deal with them. Now, I can't do that for every bug or every item that someone brings to our attention periodically, but we do try and do our best to keep things moving along. So that's just kind of a quick look at the change log. All right, the other thing, links, important links to know. So once again, these links we've established about over a year ago, and you're going to see there's a commonality between them. info.vcssoftware.com/webportal/VCS training/support and /end of year. I throw up end of year because it is December, and all of you know about the end of year rollover. So Dom's just going to kind of show us what those pages look like real quick. We have, I'll just speak to them what they are real quick as he goes to call them up. But the web portal is basically, that's where you get your change log information. That's where we post some, little happenings, when the web portal is up, what the release version is and what's going on. So that's the web portal page. And you'll see it always gives you a link to the full change log and a change log for that specific release. A very good tool if you're looking for something that we say, hey, VCS said they are going to get this taken care of or they're going to fix it. This is the place you want to go first. All right. We can go over to one of the other links. All right, end of year procedural guide. Definitely something all of you will want to look at. I start looking at it now so you realize what you have to do. Really important things like change your schedule dates, right? You want your schedule dates to align, and you would do this January 1st or 2nd, whatever works, so that all your reporting functionality, things like that. You want to do your end of year accruals or rollovers, that types of thing. We have a checklist available right there, and that'll make your end of year life a lot easier. I will tell you the end of year rollover process, it's not hard. It's a little bit of work, but it's not hard. What else do we have there, Dom? Support, good one. How to contact support. I think I mentioned yesterday I was speaking to a customer that said, oh, I've been managing the system now for a year. I took over for someone. Never called you guys for any help. Call us. If you're struggling, if you have a problem, call us, put in a support ticket, schedule a help out session. Dom, if you'd scroll down to the bottom of this page, one of the things you can do, you can schedule your support session. I know sometimes we get into a scenario where we're playing telephone tag, right? You call, you put in a support ticket, 15, 20, 30 minutes later, our agent frees up and he or she is going to reach back out to you and you've gotten called away or you're involved in something else. How much better can it be than to say, you know what, let me go to the page, let me schedule my support session because today at 11 o'clock is perfect for me. I'll be done with all the, putting out the fires, if you will, and I'll be at my desk. And someone's going to call me at 11 o'clock and set up a session. So you can absolutely just schedule your own support session. And Dom, if you would just click on that click here, the here word, just so you see what it looks like. This is for a technical support help out, and that's where if you have something that's more involved, you can do that. But basically all of our training screens and stuff, this is all you got to do. You click on the date and time that works for you, and we'll be in touch. You fill out the screen and you're good to go. And then the training, if you click on the training page, Tom. So training, online training is free. Free, that means zero cost. Take advantage of it, please. If you have things that you need to learn, we have a lot of training classes and they're all broken down by category. So you're only going to get tied up, if you will, for 40, 50 minutes of a day, right? And we offer training classes constantly. I think we do somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 25 to 30 classes a week. And they're varied classes, so we try and always keep them going. They actually are on some kind of rotation that we have. I think it's like a 2-week rotation. But there's a lot of classes. Please take advantage of them. Most of the time, because we offer so many classes, it is one-on-one. Not guaranteed, because multiple people can sign up for the same class. But because we do offer so many, when you sign into a class, it's a very good likelihood you may be there with the instructor by yourself, which then really turns into a very personalized session, obviously. It's not a video, it's a real life person that you can interact with and speak with. Okay, you can go back to the PowerPoint. All right, so that's kind of the real important items that I want everyone to know. The web portal page, the training page, the support page, and the end of year page. I think they're key items right now. Okay, like I said, everyone's website was updated. Just also want to talk for just 2 seconds here, payroll. Payroll integration. Payroll integration is a really great tool. You need to work with us. We need to ask you the right questions. You need to give us the right answers. And most importantly, we need to work with your finance people, right? It's, don't try and get someone tucked in the middle, if you will. One of the really great solutions we have also is working with an integrated payroll vendor. We actually have one, they're here today, actually Unicorn HRO, and I think they're gonna come up and just introduce themselves real quick. But when we have these integrated payroll relationships, what's nice is you don't even have to be involved. You know, we already have direct contact to them. We already have the file layouts with them. So in the event that you might be considering what you're gonna do with payroll, you can always consider working with one of our partners in this integrated payroll solution. And like I said, Unicorn HRO is here today. If you have any questions, Tim Diassi is a really great guy, and he'll be happy to work with you on that. Okay, so consider that. The other thing before I go, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up real quick. I do wanna thank all of our sponsors. We have Unicorn HRO, Konica Minolta, Jobs for Blue, our titanium sponsor, and Schlage for the kiosks and items. And then lastly, I do want to really tell you how much I appreciate all of you attending. I've spoken to a lot of you over the course of these past 2 and 3 days, and that's good stuff. You know, don't ever hesitate to reach out, call us, you know, reach out to me directly when you have items. It's a pleasure speaking with you, and I really like the interaction. You know, you tell me what you like, hopefully more of what you like. You tell me the difficulties or struggles you have, and we figure out solutions and how to move you forward. And with that, you know, that brings us to where we're headed. The evolution, or, you know, we're moving into the era of what we consider effortless staffing, right? Effortless staffing is what we want to make your day-to-day lives. And we make that happen by good communication, you using the support, you using the training, you making sure you're keeping your systems updated and staying with our most recent platform, easiest to do in the hosted environment. So that's what makes, you know, us move into this era of our effortless staffing. And we're definitely here to work with you. We're here as your partner in that endeavor, and you know, we look forward to that continued relationship. So my name is there, my email address as well. Those of you that I've spoken to over the past couple days where we've spoken about specific topics, I know I gave you my information. Please remember to email me Monday or Tuesday. I'm not 25 anymore. I'm not gonna remember every bit of the conversation we had, so when you email me like I asked with a little bit of the detail, it'll come back like that, I promise you, and we'll take care of the items that we spoke of. I might be like 27-ish, maybe. But no, really, so, you know, definitely stay in touch, keep that going. Enjoy your classes today. We're gonna have Tim Diassi step up real quick. Hey, Tim. And he'll just introduce himself. Like I said, they're one of our integrated payroll partners. And then if you have any questions, obviously, I'll be here the rest of the day, milling about. Grab me, enjoy your class and sessions today. Make sure you interact again with your instructors, and we'll be good to go.